Yes, guys, Larry from the GRP back again with another topic. And this is a few days old, but this is the first opportunity that we've had or I've had to bring this to you. But Bob CHAPEK, or should I say Bob IGER? Bob IGER is at it again. So another former Bob CHAPEK lackey in Arthur Bochner has been fired. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, Bob Iger is bringing out that hammer hard and fast, boy. He's not messing around. Anyway, let's get into it. This is brought to us via Variety, and it says the shakeup inside the Walt Disney Company continues following the return of CEO Bob Iger less than a week ago. The next exec to exit is Arthur Bochner, Variety has confirmed via a source familiar with the exec. As first reported by Puck News, Buckner's exit is probably not much of a surprise, given that he had been behind much of former Disney CEO Bob CHAPEK's messaging as the leader's speechwriter. Bochner had served as CHAPEK's chief of staff until this past August, and more recently had been moved to a vice president of strategic communications position as CHAPEK faced mounting controversies, including his response to the Florida Don't Say Gay bill, which first angered Disney staffers. More recently, Bochner was behind CHAPEK's remarks on Disney's third quarter earnings call. CHAPEK's performance on that call and a follow-up memo to staff is believed to have led to his eventual ouster by the Disney board. Bochner is the second high-profile Disney exec to depart following Iger's return to the helm of the company on Sunday. The next day, in a memo to Disney staffers, Iger announced that Corinne Daniel, chairman of Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution, would be stepping down. We already did a story on that. Iger also shared that restructuring at the media giant would begin in the coming weeks. Bochner, like Daniel, was seen as a key lieutenant of CHAPEK's, which made both execs' departures expected. Disney employees are still marveling at the surprise announcement. In a late Sunday night memo announcing that Iger would return to lead the Mouse House, with CEO CHAPEK resigning effective immediately after a tumultuous tenure of nearly 3 years. Let me see if there's any more new info. It says Bochner spent a little more than 9 years total at the Walt Disney Company. Prior to taking on the chief of staff job for CHAPEK in March 2020, he was director, public affairs and executive engagement, Disney Parks Experiences and Products. He first joined Disney in October 2013 as senior manager, executive and licensing communications, Disney's consumer products. And it says he worked at Bloomberg. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, as we all pretty much expected, guys, this is not major news, but it just shows you how serious Bob Iger and the Disney board are at cleaning house and changing the regime at Disney, which Bob CHAPEK had himself changed, when Bob Iger left. As we said in the previous video, when we talked about Corinne Daniel getting the boot by Bob Iger, Bob CHAPEK literally dismantled everything Bob Iger had done at Disney. And Bob Iger, whether you like him or loathe him, he did a fantastic job at Disney. He spearheaded some of their most profitable years. He was his baby is Disney Plus, and since CHAPEK got involved, he's basically ran it to the ground and changed everything that Iger had put in place. Especially the fact that Iger gave the creatives a lot of say so in their products, what they made, and you know, CHAPEK took that away from them and put bureaucrats, you know, to decide basically what's going to happen with their content, which is a no-no, you know, and hence why, you know, he had the whole thing with Scarlett Johansson, as we mentioned in the earlier video with Kareem Daniel. And yeah, he put in all these lieutenants in, which I have to say, to be honest with you, it's a move that I would do even if I was doing a shit job. I'll bring all my friends in to have a little munch on the money tree as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure it's what you guys would do as well with your friends. You know, you'd let them eat a little as well. Even if you are doing a crap job, and they'll be glad to eat knowing you're doing a crap job because they're eating. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was all going to come crashing down, and it has. I don't feel sorry for these guys because, as I said, they'll all have severance packages of, you know, at least 6 figures. So, you know, I don't feel sorry for them in the slightest. They're going to probably be picked up by someone else. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm just glad that IGER is coming in now and is cleaning house, getting rid of these people. But what we need IGER to do, because remember, IGER's only got 2 years. What we need him to do is find a competent successor. Now, I've already given my theory about who that should be. And I think that should be Tim Rice, the guy who was fired by CHAPEK, who was a threat to CHAPEK for that job, and who was well liked within the industry. He was, you know, so he was with Disney for years. He knew the job inside out. And instead of IGER training up someone new, he should just go to Tim Rice and, you know, let him helm when Bob Iger's done. I've got a feeling Bob Iger's going to stay longer than 2 years, though. I've just got that feeling. But yeah, it's no surprise that Bochner's out. I'm looking forward to see who, you know, which other lieutenant of CHAPEK's will be out next. But this is heartening news and great news for the creatives at Disney, especially, you know, Marvel, Pixar, especially the Pixar lot, because they were pissed with CHAPEK. Star Wars, you know, all these studios. It's all looking rosy for them, you know. But anyway, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about Arthur Bochner, another lieutenant of Bob CHAPEK's, getting fired by Bob Iger? Good news or not? Leave some comments down below and let us know what you think, please, yeah?